I love it when you talk dirty.
Like y'all was talking about being with girls and stuff. What's y'all thought on the double-sided dildo? Like, I need to know what women think about that.
I never did it before.
Okay, because I feel like y'all just bumping ass.
Boo, tomato, throwing tomatoes.
It's a different
dick inside.
I mean,
First of all, anytime I've ever seen a double-sided dildo being used, it just looks fucking awkward and weird. Like,
I don't think it's gonna go right.
yeah, it's all wobbly.
It can't penetrate both
and
ways.
I feel like it's really
Would you let a
only
girl
meant for
strap
porn.
you?
I have, and she
She knew what
she
you
actually took my girl virginity. That was after I had.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, like it was a Gemini. She was a Gemini,
Girl,
and she put me to sleep and woke me back up to it. I said, "Oh my God!"
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
"Jesus Christ!"
we love those.
I love you, Kayla.
Look,
She said, I
shout out
remember
to
you forever and always.
That's the love of my life. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yep. Has a girl ever strapped you before? Would you let a girl strap you?
I would if that's
Would you ever do the
Cool.
strapping? Have you ever strapped a girl?
no, but I definitely would.
Never strapped-
Absolutely.
I think I would too.
No doubt.
Gabby said it with big dick energy.
Now, Vic, would
Have
you
a
let,
blast.
like, say for instance you're in a relationship, would you let a girl come in and strap your girl in front of you?
I feel like I would enjoy that.
I mean, I don't
That's a
mind
great
because it's not gonna compete with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't compete because you can put
Some
dick
niggas be
inside
like,
her.
"Oh no."
No, you put
But
dick inside her.
like I said, the vulnerability shit. I ain't gonna trip. It ain't gonna hurt my ego or nothing. Fuck her.
But that's how niggas be thinking.
I'm gonna fuck you.
No.
But no, niggas really be getting salty. Like, even with like they see they girl with another girl, a lot of niggas get mad. Like
See, I just-
even with Jasmine be with another girl, it'd be like an inch of jealousy at first, and then I
You got my
quickly
bitch.
get turned on. It's like, okay, I get past that,
Like,
and then
what
I'm
the fuck? Okay.
oh, it's two beautiful women doing this and that, so like I
Look,
get turned on.
look.
But it's always that initial shock, and then once I get past that, like under like a minute or two, my dick get hard, and I be like, this is nice
Mhm.
type of shit.
Look, I try to go to instantly slut her out as fast as I can in my mind,
Mhm.
so I don't think about those things. It's like, you ain't fuck. No, I'm sharing this piece of art with you.
That's how it should be.
Type.
Now back to the honeymoon question. Do you feel like the honeymoon could keep lasting? Why it could or why it not?
I just think it's an unrealistic expectation because of when you get into the substance of meeting a person. Like I said before, you learn their tics, you learn their mannerisms, and with that, it's gonna be conflict. You know, like y'all ain't gonna always see eye to eye. So you can still give honeymoon treatment, but that honeymoon phase has expired. Like after you really get to know.
Yeah, because I feel like with the honeymoon, you don't know everything about the person off
It's
top.
just
So
like, ooh,
they
you-
just showing you their good side.
It's off of vibes.
So the more you hang around that person, the more you find out about their past,
Yeah.
their triggers, their traumas, and all of that shit. So it's kind of impossible for the honeymoon stage to keep on moving.
I disagree.
feel like that,
I kind of
yeah.
disagree. I feel like the honeymoon phase is the part where you do know all of those things. The honeymoon phase is after you know all of those things and you're choosing to love that person, and then you're just like in that bliss of like,
Yes.
yo, I love this person, like no matter what the fuck.
I feel like it's
And-
being in
and-
love.
Well, yeah, but it's
high-key.
also those first like feelings of when that love is starting to really set in, and you're realizing like I'm in love with this person despite everything. Like this nigga just robbed a bank like 10 years ago, or whatever fuck, or whatever flaw they have, whatever fucked up shit they have, whatever triggers they have. You're realizing that you're loving them through all of that shit. And I feel like that's when the honeymoon phase starts. And you're like, oh, let me plan this, or let me do this for them, or let me do that. Let me cook this bomb-ass meal and blah, blah, blah. I feel like the honeymoon starts to fall off because of the thought, the thought that it's supposed to end. I feel like we've been told for so long that, just wait till that honeymoon phase ends, or da-da-da-da-da. And we get this idea in our head that those first-time flutters or those first-time magical moments are supposed to end at some point. In my head, those aren't supposed to ever fucking end. Your position is never fucking safe. You know, like I don't ever let it
hate to
end.
feel
I'm
like that
always
my
trying to find new ways to make you fall in love with me deeper. And I feel like the only time it ends is when one partner decides to give up on it. I feel like that's the only time the honeymoon phase starts to dwindle away.
So I say this. I feel like, baby, what you talking about. So I feel like the honeymoon phase, if you really fuck with that person in a genuine way, I feel like the honeymoon phase should transition into you being in love with that
something
person.
more
So
serious,
I feel
yeah.
like the honeymoon phase is when you just getting to know the person. You only see the good side of them. You don't know about their flaws, their triggers, their traumas, all of that. I feel like the honeymoon phase is just you just seeing all the good, not the bad, not the fucked up shit. That's a honeymoon phase because
Once you
like I
realize
said,
that shit.
But how do you have a
hold on,
honeymoon
I'm
phase
about to
inside
break
of
it
a
down.
marriage?
I'm about to break it down. So the honeymoon phase, they're only revealing what they want you to see, pretty much in the honeymoon phase. Now, if y'all make it to a relationship and y'all end up being in love, I feel like when you in love with a person, you know about the fucked up shit like the traumas, the insecurities, the baggage, whatever. You still in love with that person because you accept all their flaws, all their baggage, wherever they come with, the fucked up shit, triggers, all of that. So I feel like when you in love, it's on a higher level than the honeymoon phase. It's like, okay, you know what you're getting yourself into, and you accepting that, and you love this person even
Like
more
you
because of that.
You went in
Right.
depth.
Can I go?
The honeymoon phase is just like, oh, I fuck with this person heavy because it's all the good shit. I haven't seen no bad shit yet, but all the good shit, it's a honeymoon phase. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I
It's
like
all
that
good
shit.
But once you in love, you seen the bad, you seen the good, the ugly, whatever, and you still rocking with them at the end of the day.
And
So I
that's what
feel
I
like the honeymoon phase should transition until you being in love with the person.
Can I be a science geek for just a second?
Go ahead.
Okay, so like technically when science looks at it, the honeymoon phase is when you fall in love, it's when you're getting hit with the cocktail of the love hormones, which is oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. You get big rushes of that. Those last for the first, I want to say, I think they said 2 to 3 years. Those rushes of oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin keep coming, and then after a while, they kind of dwindle away. The only way to regain those is by doing things that remind you of those first time feelings. So that means going out on random dates or like doing things for each other, random physical touch, random compliments, random words of affirmation, and things like that. So it's like, those first time moments of not seeing anybody with any flaws, though, that feels good. But I don't consider that the honeymoon phase because it's like, how do people have the honeymoon phase within a marriage? It's like y'all already been dating for like 6 to 9 months, then you get married and da-da-da-da-da. The whole reason why they call it the honeymoon phase is because you get these major rushes of like all of this cocktails of chemicals rushing through your brain.
I'm about to say all this cock.
That too, shit, all the dick down and all of that. But it's like you have to go back to like those beginning moments. I feel like the only reason why
be
those
deep.
honeymoon quote unquote phases
that shit
in
was deep.
is because you're no longer doing anything to trigger those emotions, trigger those hormones to start fluttering off in your partner's body. Every so often when I'm like, okay, it's been a minute, it's time for me to surprise him with some fucking random head in the morning. Or it's like, time for
love
me to,
those,
you
by
know
the
what I
way.
mean?
Yes.
Like, it's like, it's just, you just do little things here and there. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It doesn't have to be nothing like that. But it's like,
Morning breath fed is underrated.
it's just, you gotta just do random shit to trigger
I
those
can go into a
fucking
whole
feelings.
rant right now.
Keep it stank.
And I was gonna like basically I feel like what you feel like. I feel like as long as you work to keep that in the relationship, when you want to keep making somebody feel the way y'all used to feel, or not even just a used to feel, y'all consistently working on making each other feel them feelings. It's all about the work that you putting in. And some people stop wanting to do the work, or they get too comfortable and be like, all right, I did enough. Like,
Complacent.
I bagged her.
It's
We in this
never
bitch.
over.
Like,
Consistent
as fuck.
like, I don't think honeymoon phase is a phase. I feel like it's what you make it for real.
Okay.
I feel like the honeymoon should grow through time.
I support
feel
that.
like
you
the
learn to know
honeymoon
somebody,
phase should
yeah.
grow into being in love. Cause I feel like the reason they like from married couples, like they call it the honeymoon because it's like y'all go on an exotic island or y'all go on a vacation as
Y'all
a
have
married
a
couple.
honeymoon.
Yeah, like the honeymoon is like, okay, we get to enjoy each other time before we get into the real shit.
Yup.
And the real shit is when y'all being in love.
I feel like that's where we start
That's a
to
program,
add,
though.
Yeah, that's a program.
That's
I
a
feel like that's what we've
program.
been
I
programmed
think
to
the reason-
believe.
I think the reason
because then
Go
it
ahead.
It shouldn't even be labeled
Yeah.
honeymoon. Like, it should be just.
I feel like that. I think the honeymoon is all the good shit. It's all the good shit, and you're not seeing the bad. I
Right,
feel
at
like
all.
being in love is when you see the bad shit, the ugly shit, and you still there. You still rocking. I feel like being in love is more solid. I feel like the honeymoon is only the good shit. It's only showing you one side. I feel like once you in love, you know everything about that person, and y'all still bonded, y'all still closely knit, all of that. So you accept everything about this person. I feel like the honeymoon is only showing the good shit, not showing the bad shit. You only seeing one side of the person.
I feel like there can be a mixture of both of those things. There could be love, and then there can also be those whimsical moments and those like blissful, lost in bliss, ignorant is bliss type moments between you two. Because if you're so just grinding and just, in the like the hard moments, you got to balance that out with like the whimsical and the magical part of love as well. So it's like
two things can be true.
I feel like they can coexist together without just being, consistently trying to recreate that feeling. I get what you're saying. You can't just consistently be lost and in love all the time.
I compare it to a crackhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How people get addicted to crack.
hell of a comparison.
Crackheads are always chasing that first high that they had.
Yeah,
and they chasing that down the line, and they never get that first high. That was the honeymoon phase. This first time they smoked that little piece
That's
of crack.
very accurate.
No, but
And
that's how we stay in love. That's how, unfortunately,
that
our
hit.
bodies.
That's why they can't stop smoking.
That's how the fucking
I'm dead.
humanity
Not scratches.
I want some crack.
No.
I want some crack.
I'm dead.
I'm Tyrone Biggums. I want some crack.
You got that first date? You got that first date?
And that's why Michael said
Open up that bumble.
he don't have a one penis policy. He just want his girl to feel that honeymoon phase
Over and over and
over and over again. I'm not there.
Yeah,
I don't know
no.
if I'll ever be there.
Yeah,
I just
that's
can't do
beyond
it.
me because my dick is the best. Leave me. Don't even try to compare
Yeah,
that
Marley
to no.
said his dick is the best now. He says his dick is the best.
Everybody saying that though.
But no, I do. But no, to be honest though, I do want my girl to have a honeymoon phase with women though. Like I do want her to chase that shit.
alright.
But that's what I felt when you said that. I was
Look,
like, oh, this is like just the euphoric feeling to seeing somebody being happy and in love. Like, yes.
I honestly
That's
felt that
ideal
the
for me,
last
bro.
girl we dated prior to the last
I
girl.
just not there yet. I really saw that.
The last girl we dated prior to before we dated the last girl, it was like she was looking at him and then she was looking at me and she was like, oh, I just want to kiss the both of you. And it was like the way she was looking at him was super cute. The way she was looking at me was super cute. And that was like literally the first time where I was like, you know what, I'd let her fall in love with him. And then she fucked it up. But that I really started moving from.
I trust these bitches.
Right.
I had so much faith.
I was starting to. What did Michael said? Like, where you start moving from the jealousy to the compersion, where you able to like fall in love with like your partner's happiness. And I was like, oh yeah, I kind of would like that.
I ain't had that because you ain't gonna be happy.
I want to be your happiness.
Well, then I'll be there, bitch. I'll be there in the happiness. Goddamn.
Like I just want to get to a point where Jasmine just look at a girl and she just get the cheese and the smile, and I won't be jealous. I'll just be happy. Like damn,
Like, oh, that's cute.
like this bitch bringing tears
gotta
to your
grow- I
eyes,
gotta grow up
tears
a little
of
more.
joy. She's smiling, and then you know you slurping her up, you getting pussy. So like I would love that. But
Love that.
yeah, hopefully that girl exists somewhere. Like maybe one day.
I forgot.
She gotta go home.
Sister friends.
Sister wives.
Sister wives.